everybody, here we go. Round 2 on the Ficus propagated clippings into little bonsai trees. So this one, pretty excited about because it actually, even though it's the shortest one, it has a really cool, now let me back up, sorry. I posted a quick video in the initial introduction to these of when I planted these after they grew some roots. And what I did was I did this on purpose. After they grew roots, I initially took them out completely, cleaned the roots off, and I spread the roots out into what I was hoping would turn into a really nice root base nabari. And now, as you can see, it's actually working. So I'm gonna try to clean the dirt off here, and I'll put it back on. But as you can see in there, we have some really cool spread out thick roots growing already. So what I'm actually gonna do right now is I'm gonna just kind of clean out the dirt around that. And then what that's gonna do is allow that to continue to grow above the ground. So I'm gonna clean out the upper dirt here. Yeah, you can see I got some really good roots in there. This is gonna be really cool. So I'm gonna cover these back up, and I'm trying to expose them a little bit. Because I wanna base the front of the tree off of the way the roots are shaped. So I think this is gonna be the front of the tree, the way I'm facing it right now. I'm gonna try to kind of just lightly bury the upper roots. And finish cleaning this out. Okay. All right, so that right there is gonna be the front. Let me zoom in real quick. All right, so that's gonna be the front. I have the upper roots kind of exposed now, so as I water this, they'll continue to stay above the soil level and I won't get any fine roots growing out of them. So that's gonna be the start of that. But now that I know what the front's gonna be, I can actually really go ahead here and shape this tree the way that I want it to be. Now, I would like this one to have a little bit of movement in the trunk, but nothing like super drastic. I want this one to kind of be kind of like an upright tree, but with some slight bends to the trunk. I don't want like a perfectly straight trunk. So I'm gonna use some wire, knowing where the front is, to kind of bend the trunk out and up a little bit, maybe in and out as well. Just the slightest amount, and I want to position it so that these branches, these two branches are coming out on the outside of bends. I'm actually going to leave that branch even though it's so close to the base, because as this thing grows, I'm hoping that this will also become further and further away from the soil. And I have an idea what I want to do with the top of the tree, but you'll see that as I wire it and trim this thing up a little bit. So I'm going to zoom the camera in, start wiring, and we'll see what it looks like when I'm done. All right, so I actually think that looks pretty cool. So let me get this up here. So as you can see, I have this kind of bent out to the side. I am expecting this to grow up further away from the base of the tree. Leaving this branch right here for now. Right now it is a little bit lower than I would like on the trunk, but as this tree grows and extends upward, I think it'll be in the perfect position to kind of fill out the front of the tree. I've bent this major branch off to the side. clipped the entire top of the tree off, and now this branch right here is my new leader branch. That is going to be the new apex of the tree for now. And I also clipped the tip of this major branch because I want it to start budding back and growing branches out of itself. Once these leaves develop their own little buds and branches, I will clip all the big leaves off. But for now, they need to stay there so they can encourage the growth of these new branches. So that is that one. It's going to be facing kind of like that once it's all said and done in a bonsai pot. But for now, we're just going to go ahead, throw this one in the window. This one's probably going to go in my bedroom. The shelf in my living room is getting pretty full. So I think for the next month, I'm just going to have to be living with a bunch of trees in my bedroom window. So this one's going to go in there until it recovers and I can actually see it growing again. Once it starts growing again, it's going to go back down in the grow tent. Or if it's warm enough outside and I can find a good shady spot for these, it might even go outside. But for now, in the window. And I'm going to jump on to the third of these 6 ficuses right now, and you'll see that video shortly. Thanks for watching, everybody. Subscribe if you want to see the other ones.